Every week, a new band. Brought to you by NZ On Air. Active Live! Yeah.
Kia ora and welcome to today's Radioactive Live on 88.6 FM, brought to you by New Zealand On Air Music. I'm Charlotte, your host, and I'm delighted to welcome Louise, a talented multi-instrumentalist artist, and her band here today in the studio. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Thank you so much for coming in on this gloomy, gloomy day. Now, Brie blends her gospel and neo-soul roots with jazz, hip-hop, and R&B, whilst also incorporating elements of ambient music and lo-fi bedroom pop. Perfect tunes today to provide a calm in the storm that's been battering us here in Wellington. I'm very looking forward to hearing some of your guys' tunes. Shall we get started with the first track?
Yay, thank you.
Yay. That was amazing. Thank you so much. Can you tell us a little bit about that track?
Yeah. That song was called My Pleasure. We've just wrote it about a month ago, I'd say. We've
Oh,
only
wow.
performed it a couple times. And I wrote it as to be a wedding song for like a queer wedding, I guess. Yeah.
Nice. That is so cute. I love that sound. That song. It sounded so good.
Thank you.
And now you're performing live for us today with your band. Could you give us a little introduction of everyone?
Yeah. Well, I'm Louise, and we're actually missing a member today. She's at work, but we have Molly Wyatt is usually playing flute and singing backing vocals as well. And then I could let everyone else introduce themselves.
Hi, my name is Eloise, and I'm a very new addition to the band. I think I've played one gig with them. I think don't even know if I've been part of the group for a month, but I'm enjoying it, and it's thank you. Yeah, I'm very lucky to be able to be a part of it, and I was excited when Bree first messaged me. So yeah.
Hello, I'm Theo.
And it's his birthday!
Yep, it's my birthday, and I play the guitar.
Hi, my name's Becky. I play bass for Bree, and I'm so happy to be because she's a very good friend of mine. But yeah.
Hi, I'm Matteo, and I play the drums.
Awesome, thank you, and happy birthday, Theo, as well. What an extra special live to air today. And now, Barry, you've described your music as being born like the mold and mildew that grows in a tiny, dark, perpetually moist cave room, which I feel like is something many young musicians and students can relate to. Could you delve into that a bit more and tell us your journey to how you got to where you are today?
Yeah. Well, I don't have a moldy damp room anymore, luckily.
That's good to
Yay!
hear.
Yeah, I started out making music in my nice home in Taupo, and I started playing little school bands. But then when I moved to Wellington, that's when I kind of started getting around to recording and really like producing fuller songs, and that was definitely in some moldy flats. So definitely like. In my second year of uni, I was living in a little basement kind of flat room, and that's where I did a lot of writing music, which was a nice cozy vibe, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely a common student experience. The small moldy rooms have been there.
Lots of more moldy after this weekend too.
Yeah, but at least now you've got some amazing music from it, which is great, and good to hear you're not in a moldy room anymore.
Yay.
And now, some of the previous music you've released was a bit more ambient, kind of lo-fi, and now this does feel like quite a more jazzy sound with like a full band as well. How has that musical journey kind of evolved for you from starting out in the school bands and then to like in your room and now with a band?
Yeah, I think a lot of my like SoundCloud music is more ambient just because I was doing a lot of it in my room, so a lot of it was like keyboard based, so it was like MIDI sound kind of thing, so it definitely came out as more ambient, and it's hard to achieve like a jazz sound when you're not playing with other people, I think. So when we moved to the band, it's finally getting to sound like how I'd imagined it, I guess.
Yeah, amazing. And you can definitely feel the jazz influences coming through. And I also realized that you're studying music. So how does that kind of studying music influence or even contrast with your experiments from being a bedroom kind of producer to now studying it, got a whole band, kind of like how does that all work together, balancing your experiences, I guess?
Yeah. Well, I met Becky through studying at Massey, so that was pretty cool, but we didn't actually play or do any projects together in uni. So I guess the band has kind of come from aside from uni, but definitely getting to know, I think I go to Massey, so it's a lot of like artist development kind of thing, so I feel like I've been able to develop as an artist going there as well.
Yeah, for sure. That is very cool. Yeah, shall we get into another song? Perfect.
time. Make it all up to you for making my life so much charisma. 1997, take me back to the 90s, take me back to heaven. Misty morning on the driver's side. I never wanna leave you behind. See the master making moves around the Maldives. Misty morning miles in the driver's seat. I see my baby, I'm taking you for a climb. I'm flying through these hills and bumps. We get so airtime. 1997, lay my seat down, let you steer our way to heaven. Misty morning on the driver's side. I never wanna leave you behind. A funny ride to free my mind, my mind. About come back to me, oh, messy, the master making moves around them all days. Misty morning miles in the traffic. See my baby making me on time. Make it all up to you for making my life so fly. 1997, baby, 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 would you take me to heaven?
That was gorgeous. Thank you. Can you tell us a bit about that track?
Yeah, that one was called Mitzi. I wrote it. I crashed my car a couple of years ago.
No.
It was gutting. It was a Mitsubishi Charisma 1997, and yeah, that song is about missing it. Rest in peace.
Oh no, rest in peace
Yeah.
to the car. But what a gorgeous song that was. I
Thank
could
you.
have listened to that one all day, I think. And now your music is kind of described as having DIY in your DNA. And I guess we kind of touched on that before about kind of the bedroom production as well. But now being at Massey, having a band, how has your songwriting and I guess, recording process kind of evolved from starting out, and are you going to keep this DIY kind of approach in your music making, or lean more into the, I guess, professional recording studio kind of vibe?
Yeah, well, we have one song on Spotify that we did together, and that was called Grey Eyes and a Timeless Lip Shade, and we kind of did a bit of the recording at Massey for that one, and then a bit of it was still like DIY at home, and I think from doing that we figured out that we really enjoyed kind of playing recording at home. It's much like a more laid back vibe, so I think we were gonna plan to record an album this year, and it's gonna be at Old Drummer's house.
Nice, that's so cool. I feel like definitely when recording something in a more DIY fashion, you're more comfortable and cozy in that space, and I feel like sometimes it does come through in the music. So that's super exciting to hear that you've got some plans for that. And now I saw that you've got in your roots gospel and neo soul, and that's kind of shaped your current artistic direction. What are some of your other inspos?
Definitely taking inspiration from like other than people on the internet or Spotify and stuff. Yeah, I love Stevie Wonder. That's a big inspiration for me. And like also I feel like I've learned a lot from like the jazz community in Wellington as well, going to lots of those gigs, seeing what they're up to, which is cool.
Yeah, nice. And I guess we've talked as well how your music has evolved to where it is today. But how do you see your music? What direction do you see it going in the future?
I hope it keeps going at the rate it's going. I'm liking what we're doing with it, and yeah, it's been really cool to do some more gigs recently, and yeah, I'm really excited to record and see how those turn out.
Yeah, nice. That will be very exciting. And I saw as well that you've done a bunch of shows lately, including playing at this year's Cuba Duper, which is very, very cool. How has it been playing live shows with a band? And have you got any gigs coming up that the listeners could possibly go and check out?
Yeah, it's been so fun playing as a band. I feel like I've learnt so much, definitely, and like it's just so fun to be able to be doing it with such good musicians, which is really cool. And we have a gig next Thursday. It's kind of a funny one. It's like during lunchtime. It's at Old St. Paul's Church. It's at 12:30, I think it is. Yeah, so you can come and eat your lunch and have a little. I think it's called a musical punch over lunch.
Oh, that sounds nice. I feel like that would be a very cruisy, nice lunch listening to some great music. So definitely to the listeners out there, go and check that one out if you can make it, because seeing you guys playing live today, I think I might have to check it out. It sounds very cool. And yeah, so I guess you've been going to lots of gigs as well, mentioning that kind of jazz influence has helped shape your music. And I feel like that's such a big thing in the Wellington music scene. So how else would you say, like, being based in Wellington has kind of shaped your sound and performing?
Ooh, that's such a good question. I think definitely we've been doing a lot of like gigs like that's like with our friends and stuff. So it's been really cool to do like have people on the lineup that we're mates with as well. So I feel like it really brings a community vibe to all the music, and especially like I don't know, a lot of the music is written like sometimes it's about my friends, and then they'll come to the gigs and they'll be like, this song's about me. And so that kind of community aspect has been really fun to see in action. Yeah, and last week it was really cute. I did a gig, and my older sister Olivia was like organizing the gig, and then my younger sibling Felix came up and sung a song with me. So that was really cute to have like little sibling time. Yeah,
that's so sweet. I definitely love the kind of community and the music scene that Wellington like has. It's so nice to see and be a part of, and I'm so like, I don't know, it's so awesome that you guys are experiencing it and living it as well. Yeah, and shall we get into a third song? Perfect.
Shine, my baby, shine. On my hip like my handbag, she stuck to my side. Said she'll never speak again if I spoke her. Words is mine for her. Won't get on the stage cause she feel like she an amateur. She's barren, I never seen her smile wide. Eyes gray, they hollow, they lonely inside. Skin sunk in the blue, pale and laugh with that lip shade. She shows in this time that's been mine. And too much around the edges. His eyes a little too close to her head just to take a couple of minutes. Just so I could feel on her waist and her hip disc. Gray eyes and a timeless lip shade. She's up with the times and the fuss. We move every watching we sway. Gray eyes and a timeless lip shade. Gray eyes and the timeless lip shade. She's up with the times and the fuss. We move every watching we sway. Gray eyes and a timeless lip shade. Oh, she timeless, the finest, the type of girl that I just won't confine in tonight. We could conversate for quite some time, spark it up and read between the lines. I got time for you now, so let's exactly lie. I think that we alike, that's how we get along. We bicker back and forth, we play and ping and we palm. Don't matter how we're different, girl, inside we're all the same. You could be my true religion, you could be my lonely saint. Lately I've been in the days, you got me feeling this way. Not a care in the world, I just got you on the brain. Timeless is an understatement, underrated, overhated. You so sophisticated, got me feeling motivated. Love your lip shade, won't you bring it this way? Kiss me on my neck and I hope it leave a lip stain. Move quick, she said she can feel it. Watching, flying magpies, you catch their eyes on the plane. That pretty little thing, she would do anything to be the next best thing. She'd take silver and gold ring. You could read a post message, but love her eyes and her timeless lip shade. Gray eyes and a timeless lip shade. She's up with the times and the fuss. We move and we watch and we sway. Gray eyes and a timeless lip shade. Gray eyes and a timeless lip shade. She's up with the times and the fuss. We move and we watch and we sway. Gray eyes and a timeless lip shade.
That was gorgeous. Can you tell us a little bit about that track?
This is the one that's on Spotify, and we recorded it. We released it last year in November, I think it was. And it was really fun recording, and I wrote it about my friend Ida.
Nice, gorgeous. And now I guess we've kind of touched about everything going on. What are some of your inspirations and everything? And now what else is coming up in the future for Brie Louise that everyone can keep an eye and an ear out for?
Definitely keeping an eye and an ear out for. Hopefully we're recording a song this month, and hopefully it will be the first song that we play today, My Pleasure, and hopefully that will come out around maybe May, or what's the month after May? June? Yeah.
Yes.
Otherwise, the album will be coming out later this year, which will be super fun. Hopefully, quite a live sounding vibe to it, which will be quite interesting to hear and play.
Yeah, that's so exciting. And for the listeners out there, how can they find you and know where to keep track of all of this?
Yeah, it will be on my Instagram, Brie Louise Hilton, I think it is, Brie Louise Hilton. And then on Spotify, it's just Brie Louise, and SoundCloud as well.
Awesome. So definitely to all the listeners out there, go and check out Brie Louise. And now here at Radioactive, we do a fun thing, the Pass It Forward question, where last week's Radioactive Live has left a question for me to ask you guys. And then you guys can have a think about what you want us to ask the next active live band. But the question for you today is, if your band was a cocktail, what one would it be?
From ones. I feel like Long Island iced tea. It's gonna mix a few. Beer. Low-key beer.
Nice. Fair enough. Have you got a question for us to ask next week's Active Live? Putting you on the spot with this one.
What is your practice schedule like?
Okay, cool. We will be sure to ask the next Active Live that one. And now I feel like we've got time for one last track to carry us out. But I just wanted to say a huge thanks to Brie Louise and your band for coming in today and blessing our ears here this Friday afternoon on Radioactive FM's Active Live. And of course, a massive thank you to New Zealand On Air Music for making this possible. I've been Charlotte, your host. You've been tuned in to Radioactive 88.6 FM. Do you guys want to take it away with one last track?
Thank you. Steps pace. This isn't a race. I just follow the forces pulling me a magnet to your face. An empty chair next to yours. I ask you if it's free, say of course. I sit down and I take my place. I speak fluently, compliment your jewelry. I don't mind showing the chivalry when I see such a catch. Her energy, I'll match the way she attracts. But you're throwing me off my such a catch, her energy, I'll match the way she attracts. But you're throwing me off my I'm glad to be out in the city tonight, but alone I'm finding it scary. To keep you near me, where you can hear me clearly from my lips, somewhere I can rest my hands, let my hands rest upon your hip. There's nothing lonely like this, I don't know, but tonight I'm acting practical. I sort of zoned out, checking you out. My friends around me talk, but I'm not hearing them. All I'm hearing is wow, such a catch. Her energy, I'll match the way she attracts. But you're throwing them off their ass. Such a catch. Her energy, I'll match the way she attracts. But you're throwing me off my I'm glad
Active Live. Friday, 3:30. Every week a new band. In the studio. Brought to you by NZ On Air.